Hi everyone, it's Anne. Welcome to my channel, Head Trip Creations, where I do mixed media portrait art, sometimes grungy, sometimes pretty, but never hyperrealism. I am working on a series doing whimsical pieces, and right now my focus is the Harlequin. I had so much fun doing this piece. I can't wait to show you what I did. And be sure to stay to the end so you can see it out of the bright white lights. So I am starting this sketch with a black gel pen by Arteza. And what's great about the gel pens is they're water soluble, so I can get fine lines, and where there's going to be a lot of shadow, I'll go heavy with the gel pen, knowing that when I hit it with a wet brush, it's going to activate almost like watercolor. So it's very versatile. That said, I'm very careful not to activate it where I don't want it to activate. So you have to be mindful step by step. So wherever there's going to be shadows, I go heavy. I do scribblies. And here I'm doing some Harlequin diamonds on the neck, and then I'm going to color that whole thing in later. And now doing circles around the eyes. So for this eye, I'm using gold chalk pastel, rubbing it with my finger, and then brushing away the excess dust, and then using blue for this eye. Doing the same thing, making the circle, rubbing it in with my fingers, and then brushing away the excess dust. And now doing doodles. I do a lot of doodles in this piece. So this is a circle, and I'm just doing some kind of checkers along the border. And now I'm doing broad, very strong eyebrows. And the eyelid. And as I mentioned, I'm going heavy with gel pen under the eye because I definitely want to have a lot of shadow under the eye. Nostrils. Got to get that tip of the nose. Scribbles for the side, the shadow. Lines going in the direction of the curves of the lips. And now the hallmark of Harlequin eyes, that line that goes above and below. Circles. Wherever there's going to be shadows. And now the true hallmark of a Harlequin, the Harlequin diamonds. So this is an art foamy stamp. So I'm just pressing it randomly. That one came out very light. So I went over it with heavy body Viridian acrylic, and then wiped the excess off with a dry cloth. And then while that was drying, went into the lips with a real brush pen by Arteza. It's kind of like, almost like a fuchsia. It's not pink, it's not red. Kind of like a pinkish red. It's almost like an alcohol marker. And now going into the Viridian acrylic with the same gold chalk pastel. Going all over because it looks different on the acrylic than it does on the black and white. And now this is collage paper that I made. This is, so that was, I think, copy paper, and that was tissue paper. And now with watercolor, like brown, going into the eyebrows because the gel pen is activating. So you're getting the brown mixed in with the black. So this is the first application for the eyebrows. I go into it several times, just building it up instead of just hitting it with black. And so you could see how wet it is. I'm activating all of the black gel pen. Getting those shadows by activating the gel. And purposely letting that red bleed outside of the lips, because I want it to be a little messy. You can see what I'm doing with the eyebrows. Just a little bit like outside of the line. The shadow at the hairline. And now with a Caliart alcohol marker, which is like almost like an ice blue, adding some color to the irises. And now with a Micron pen, defining the irises. Doing some doodles. And now a little bird. And going over the lines of the stamp so it shows up better. With a Micron pen, which is permanent, unlike the gel pen. Doing the branch. Some doodles. I'll color that in, black and white. This is an ear. It's hard to see. Defining the folds. Doing a little like a checkerboard with the Micron pen. More diamonds with the Micron pen. More doodles, little swirls. Scrolls. This is black watercolor. So I'm filling in, coloring in those diamonds. And now to get that heavy, like theatrical makeup look, that's usually white. I'm using white acrylic, heavy body white acrylic. It's hard to see, so I didn't spend too much time on this because it's hard to appreciate because it's white on white. So I want the white to stand out, so I used gray PanPastel for the background. Here I'm doing some more line work with the Micron pen. I'll color that in, black and white. Just defining all of the lines that I laid down before. A lot of doodling. I love to doodle. And this is the perfect piece for doodles. More lines. I won't fill in these lines. I'll go over it with a marker, but I won't add white because I want a contrast. Less is more. Now, adding the drop shadow in the eye just under the lid at the top of the irises. It's like really makes the eyes come alive. And this is black pan pastel. Unlike the sticks, it has less dust. I'm going heavier under the eyelid. Only in the center though. And I'm going to use the pen to do kind of like a half diamond. Adding the line to this eye to match the other one and doing the half diamond. So here I am alternating, filling in the black lines with the gel pen. More doodling. And now adding red with the real brush pen. This is a different one. This is red, not fuchsia. I love the way that looks. And then I went over the fuchsia with the red. More doodles. Some eyelashes. Not too much. And now I'm using a Sharpie marker for the black lines. And then I use acrylic, white acrylic for the white lines. And as I mentioned before, I'm not going to go into this area with the white, only these areas at the top. Doing some dots with the Micron. And now for the neck, I'm first hitting it with brown so that when I go into it with the chalk pastel, it's not, you know, it has some kind of a base. A little bit of shadow under the chin. Going into that area with some white. And this is white on white. I just wanted some texture. Eye shine. Filling in the white areas here. And now you could see I am applying it and drying it at the same time. So this is black watercolor. This is black acrylic. Just detailing. In the home stretch. Defining the nose, the nostrils, the tip. Arteza real brush pen, more of that light blue, for the eyes. And now, final touch, a friendly little spider. So now she has two friends, the bird and a spider. And it is done. And this is how she looks out of the bright white lights. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying my little mini series of whimsical pieces. If you have any questions about my process or materials, which I've detailed below, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will because I upload regularly. Until the next video, take care. I'll see you soon.